know, like most people, you hope to preserve your family history and memories, but the task often seems overwhelming.
Now you have the option to hire a professional, and you end up with a documentary-style recording. We have Kimberly Hauk here from Family Storytellers, and you brought Shauna with you.
I brought Shauna because we just did a video on her father who just passed away with cancer.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh, thank you.
All right, so tell us how this works.
So we got alerted probably about 6 weeks before we knew he was probably going to pass away, and we went in and we interviewed him, we interviewed his wife, we interviewed his children like Shauna here, we got all his old photographs, I wrote his life story after reading his journal, and I put it together in a documentary, and hopefully you're seeing some video of that. So it's just a great way to preserve stories while they're still around to tell them.
And you know, how many of us have that regret? You know, we kept meaning to do something like this, and we didn't do it. Even, you know, recording on a cassette, we kept meaning to do it, and it didn't get done.
Or to have these life memories. Grandpa tells a story, and only Grandpa can tell it. To have Grandpa tell that
in
story
his voice,
and have that for generations to come is pretty amazing. What was it like for your family to see this, Shauna?
Oh, it was awesome. Last night we just rewatched it, you know, with my sisters and my children, and being able to see him and hear him. And like you said, he had a joke he was famous for, and the opening thing is him telling that joke, and it just brings back such great memories. Like, we have our dad there, even though he's gone. We have those memories, and my kids will always be able to remember him.
And Kimberly, you're a journalist, and part of being a journalist is good storytelling. And so I love that you've combined these two passions of yours to put together a project like this.
It's what I absolutely love doing when I was telling news, is getting a good story and telling a great story. And so now I'm doing that full time, where I go in and I preserve Grandma's life story.
It's probably really rewarding, too.
It's so rewarding, and families are loving it. And they're coming back to me and they're saying, we didn't even know that about Grandma. And the reason why is because they don't ask Grandma the questions that somebody like me, a trained journalist, is going to come in and ask, and get those incredible sound bites that the family's never heard before. And then they have them forever. They have a computer file, this 30-minute documentary of Grandma's life, and families are loving that they have all these photos that are scattered everywhere, or VHS
and nobody knows what to
recordings.
do with that.
Yeah, and now it's all in one place in a full-length documentary told in a great story about Grandma's life. And what I love about Shauna's father's video is some of her siblings are not even done having children yet, and so they're going to know Grandpa through this video, and that's just
so true.
so incredible.
And that's what's amazing about this. I just lost a grandpa, and you know, right now I can't remember what his voice sounds like. And you know what I mean? And that's the sad part to it. And without going back and looking at old videos, I'll never be able to do this, but being able to have one place to go and get that all is pretty special.
And that's really what started me thinking about doing a company like this, is I had a really great friend whose father passed away with cancer, and I found out he was walking around with his father's old flip-style cell phone because it had his father's voicemail greeting on it. So he could just hear his father's voice through that old flip-style cell phone. And I was like, I've got the tools to make something incredible for you guys. I can go in and I can interview your father, your family members, get his life story, put it in a documentary so you can pop it in like they did last night and watch Dad's life.
Now, if somebody's going to call you, they don't maybe want to call you too early, you know what I mean? Or do they? I mean, I don't know what the...
They kind of do.
You know what I mean? Because it's like, hey, we're going to do this video for when you pass away. It's like, I think I'm fine, but I don't know.
People think that that's a problem, but honestly, let's get those stories while they're still around to tell them, and they're still lucid,
right?
And they can remember them. A lot of times I'm getting calls from people in their 90s. How great would it have been if we did it 10 years ago,
Right.
when they had even better memories?
Kimberly, how can people get a hold of you?
Just go ahead and go to my website at www.familystoryteller.com.
And Shauna, thanks for sharing.
And you have a 10% discount there right now.
10% discount for all you viewers out there. Go, let's preserve these stories again while they're still around to tell them.
Very
Thank
good.
you very much.
We'll be right back.